Welcome to episode 13 of Inside Sim Racing. I'm your host, Jessica Lopez, and thanks out there for joining us this week. First off, I had a chance to check in on the forums, and I want to thank all of you for the warm welcome into the community, and I'm looking forward to getting to know some of you guys. Last week, I was so caught up on my debut, I forgot to tell you the answers to the contest. So here they are. Question number 1. How many yellow flags in the DMP race? Answer, 15 guys, 15. Question number 2. What was the name of the organization that is holding the intro to racing events? Race to Play. Final question. What was the name of Darin's friend in NAGP? That would be Chris Moses. Congratulations again, Johannes. You should be receiving your package shortly. And at the end of today's show, we'll have another giveaway. This will be the very same package. A full S2 license with all the content for Live for Speed. A copy of Arca Sim Racing, Compliments of the Sim Factory, a copy of Race 07, Compliments of Simbin. In addition, we're also giving away this hat and this t-shirt, which is signed by WTCC driver Tom Coronel. Stay tuned to see how to enter into this week's contest. On today's show, we'll give you an update on the Arca Sim Racing patch. We check out the Power and Glory mod for GTR2, and at V-WTCC, the leaderboard is filling up with some familiar names, and we'll also tell you what they have in store for a grand prize. In world-class coverage, we report on DMP, FSR, and the International GT Championship. Okay, first up, the Arca Sim Racing patch. The Sim Factory announced on April 23rd that they are finalizing the first patch for Arca Sim Racing. Several new issues had come up that were not discovered during beta testing. They have also been able to remedy the controller, sound, and some server issues. They also fixed a few functionality issues as well as some tweaks to admin functions for racing online. Also included will be the new Daytona International Speedway track and physics, which are said to be amazing. The patch will come up as a self-installer and will auto-scan, add, delete, and change all the proper files. The Sim Factory is waiting for a change from ISI that addresses some spectator scoring issues as well. As soon as the patch becomes available, we'll let you know when and how to get it here on SRT. Up next, we're going to check in with the V-WTCC to see who's on top of the leaderboard. After these messages here on Inside Sim Racing.
Clear outside. You're doing great. Keep it up. White flag. One more lap. Go low. Go low. You're going on the wall.
Welcome back to the show. We mentioned the leaderboard over at V-WTCC is starting to shape up. We see quite a few drivers out there we're familiar with here at SRT.
The Valencia qualification session is now complete, and there's 80 drivers by the time you watch this that will already have run the Brand Cup races. 72 drivers from the Race 07 qualifying round and 8 from the free demo who all won copies of Race 07 to compete. Some of the familiar names Jessica mentioned: Matthew Prevost, who we've mentioned from Sim Challenge, ran the fastest lap in the qualifying round with a 1:39.7, which is just amazingly fast. He ran it in the BMW, which seems to be the quickest of the 4 makes. Max Del Orco, also of Sim Challenge, ran the next quickest lap of the session with a 1:39.9. The next fastest brand was the Seat with Baron Rouge at the wheel, and he turned a 1:40.3. Some other notables also in BMWs: David Greco and Bruno Marquez who both made it to the Brand Cup event by placing in the top 18. The top 4 of each brand will be invited to attend the semifinals in Valencia on May 16th to compete head-to-head in the race room. This is where the podium finishers will secure themselves a spot in the grand finale at Monza on October 4th, 2008, and a shot at a brand new Chevy HHR. Stay tuned here on SRT for post-race reports from those Brand Cup races that were held over the weekend.
To see more on the V-WTCC or enter in on the fun yourself, go to v-wtcc.com. Next up, Darin is going to take the Power and Glory mod for a spin.
Power and the Glory mod by GTL Workshop is simply amazing. We haven't given GTR2 enough love here on SRT, and that's definitely changing. In the last few weeks, I've now run this and some serious laps in some current GT cars. And in my opinion, GTR2 as a sim overall has probably some of the best physics out there right now. But that's not what this piece is about. I headed back to the 60s and 70s and checked out this masterpiece of a mod, or port, by GTL Workshop. These cars are just incredibly fun to drive. I drove both Porsches. One was a 1973/4 IROC version, and the other a Monster 911 3.0 RSR wide body. Also the Ford Mustang Trans Am, the Triumph TR4A, the Ford Falcon, and the lightweight Jaguar 5-speed. All had completely different characteristics that felt like I would imagine each one would have felt back in those days. I've actually driven a few older 911s, and this was definitely similar. P&G comes with 17 different car types, with the fastest of the bunch being the 911 3.0 RSR wide body from the 70s. The sound could use a little work, but there's a newer version of Power and Glory on the horizon that will have updated sounds that will make the butt kickers rumble more, and will add more cars as well. When it becomes available, we'll give you the complete rundown on this must-have addition to GTR2. To get it, you must first have GTR2, obviously, and you need GT Legends as well, because a lot of Power and Glory was ported directly over from GT Legends. Then go to www.gtlw.co.uk at the GTL Workshop, and then to mods to download it. Why port GTL Legends to GTR2, you ask? For rain, championships, better online code, frames per second, and what a blast it is. And you might as well put it all together in one package. You can also grab tracks and other mods to go along with P&G at nogripracing.com. Stay tuned here on SRT for a full review once this awesome mod goes to the next level.
So there's Darin's look at P&G, and I actually had my very first sim experience this afternoon where I took a Mustang out on Road America. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to get in some more track time. Next up, Sean checks in with the Dirty Mo Posse Gang.
The DMP League held its second event of the year at the Milwaukee Mile. Kenny Humpy would sit on the pole for the event, but that wouldn't last long, and neither would the racing. Once again, this race would be run mostly under caution, causing the league admins to take a hard look at the league. Ray Alfalo would take a dubious win, as the entire season would end up scrubbed after the event. The league completely restructured after the race, and they put out a new schedule that is due to begin on the 19th for the Pro Series. Go to dmp-racing.com to check out this series.